It is still currently 3 in the fucking morning, and I'm filming a book review. But there's good reason to, and we'll get to why in a little bit. Hello everyone, my name is Alexander, but I prefer to go by Alejandro or Goosebumps for Dummies. I'm not gonna yell about you guys about calling me Alex. It's Alejandro, please. Fucking hell, I might get my license plate named Alejandro or some shit. Anyways, today, this morning, we're reviewing A Shocker on Shock Street. The only reason of all books I picked this one is because, of course, I reread this recently, as I usually do for book reviews, of course, as of late. Holy fucking shit. You might be shocked to find out, but this book, I'm not gonna say it yet. Let's get to review, guys. In for the blurb. Talk about shock treatment. Nice one. Erin Wright and her best friend Marty love horror movies, especially Shocker on Shock Street movies. All kinds of scary creatures live on Shock Street. The Toadinator, Ape-Face, the Mad Mangler. But when Erin and Marty visit the new Shocker Studio theme park, they get the scare of their lives. What is it? First, their tram gets stuck in the cave of the living creeps. Then they're attacked by a group of enormous praying mantises. Real life is a whole lot scarier than the movies, but Shock Street isn't really real. Is it? Right off the bat, I just got to say, without going spoilery, because anything after this point in the video, when we get to downsides and upsides, and of course, rating, that's all spoiler territory. This is the only thing you can go without getting spoilers. I might have to make that clarification for people wanting to know if a book is good. Holy fucking shit. I'm just gonna flat out tell you guys, this might be one of my top 10 most favorite books of all time. No, first off, I'm a big fan of horror movies, so I just love everything about this book. This is like, if you like slashers, horror films in general, or anything like sci-fi like, you're going to fucking love this book. There's so much of that, it's incredible. But besides that, this book, let's just say that this is one of the books that I had trouble putting down, because it was just so fucking good. I read it all, the whole book, well, half the entire book. I was on page 40 or 50 when I picked it up on Friday. Within 2 periods of school, 2 class periods, and my periods last like 50 minutes. I flew through those final 70 pages like it was nothing. I didn't put the book down once besides the switching time and periods. I immediately picked it up as soon as I sat on my desk. I'm like, I need to finish this book. I need to. This book was so hard to put down. It was so engaging. It was so awesome. I am not kidding. I am not even fucking kidding. The fact that I haven't picked this book up in years is just illegal. Like, how could I not? This has got to be one of the greatest Goosebumps books ever written. Just, if you guys are going into Goosebumps and you're a big fan of anything revolving around theme parks, horror, slasher movies, sci-fi, horror, whatever, read this. It's fucking awesome. And I think this is one of Michael Goosebumps fans' all-time favorites. So I'm very excited to talk about this. I'm sure he'll maybe leave a comment. Holy shit. Yeah, I was pretty fucking stoked when I finished this book. I was just trembling like, holy shit, that was incredible. So yeah, let's get to the fucking upsides, I guess. So for the upsides, holy shit, where do I begin? The book, it has consistency. There isn't a single part in the book where I feel like, oh, it's dragging. The book keeps you engaged. If it's hard to put down, it's good. I only put it down because, like, oh, I have shit to do. I push off shit in school. I was supposed to do my fucking missing assignments first. Yes, I got them done on the same day after I read the book. I decided to push those out of the way and read this. It was hard to put down. And that just shows you the consistency. It was overall extremely good in quality. There wasn't a single part of the story where I felt like it dragged overall. Though there might be something like that. The downside's not quite sure yet. There'll be something. I already know something. There are downsides. This book just felt like it had the most consistent story of all Goosebumps books. it's just so great. It feels perfect in so many fucking ways. The consistency. Now, I'm not saying this is any better than Let's Get Invisible, because I still think that book's way better than this. Okay, by a little bit, and I will be free, maybe, just maybe. And, yeah. There's a lot of books that don't come fucking close to this, though, in consistency. Always consistent, almost always throughout. Never gets me bored. It's just so engaging. Now at my minute and a half rant about, sorry, not rant, kind of rambling about that. My other upside of this book is the characters Marty and Aaron are good. They're good. They're really fucking good. I like Marty trying to be a brave son of a bitch, which he kind of is for most of the book. But, like, I like how Marty's just completely unaware until, like, fucking near the end of the book that, okay, something's maybe wrong here. Like, it took him fucking ages to figure that out. Around the graveyard scene where, you know, the hands and heads are popping up. Fucking love that scene. Yeah. I loved that. It was so funny and engaging. Yeah, both characters are really good. I like their antics, their friendship, even though they are fucking robots. I just liked it. It was really fun. It makes the story way better. Bad characters could mirror in the book. Good characters save the books. Another thing I liked was the build-up. The fact that nothing actually scary, like, legit happens. Like, every one was at least somewhat believably real. Happened until the cave creature segment, because we went through a whole segment until that, and everything in there was fake. Like, oh, this is just me, like, oh, over dramatic scares. No, it's actually fucking real, most likely, presumably. Yeah, this is just like over dramatic scares that just like, oh, so it's not real. It's supposed to make you think, oh, I get it now. I know what's gonna happen. No, it's kind of a fake. It makes you think what's actually gonna happen, and it doesn't happen. Where everything in the theme park is actually fake. No, that's not true at all. It's actually fucking real. There are real giant praying mantises. From what we know. That's just how it came off to me, at least. Yeah, fucking awesome. I loved that, the whole Haunted Mouse segment. It was overall a fine segment, wasn't crazy, but yeah, it just worked. It worked for the sense of the book to make you believe that, oh yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, fake. No, the fuck it's not. And then, of course, the scare in the hedges, which is, like, one of the main things I did remember from this book. But yeah, and then they were like, oh yeah, autographs, that's what I remembered. It was hilarious. Which, that brings me to the next point, the balancing. I felt like the balancing between comedy and scares was perfect in this book. Near perfection. I don't think it was perfect. I feel like it could have been dragged on a little more for the funny side. Yeah, the fact that they wanted to... Sorry, the fact that those guys were climbing the cart and then they're like, oh yeah, I want an autograph. Very fucking cool. Very awesome. I love that. It was hilarious. Another time where the funniness kind of comes in is the mantis scene where, oh yeah, spooky mantises. What are we gonna do? Their weakness is stepping on their fucking foots. Or whatever the hell they are. I don't know. Fuck. It's funny because you're supposed to squash bugs with your foot. That's how people usually kill bugs that are on the ground. They just step on them. They just step on them. Even if they are tiny. It still works. And I find that funny. It temporarily, like, you know, stuns the bugs. Or makes them threatened by you. And I find it funny because, like, nah. That kind of makes sense. But yeah. There was a lot of shit I really liked about this book. But above all things, I just want to say, like I said at the beginning, it's probably the best thing out of this book is probably all the scares. We have, I'm just gonna name them all. White worms and nasty fucking spiders. Giant praying mantises. Zombies. Werewolves. Skeletons. And that's actually fucking it. But yeah, those scares are just fucking awesome. There's also this smoke creature that happens, but it doesn't go anywhere because it gets cut by a joke, which is another part of balancing. I felt like it worked because you realize after that joke, oh wait, never mind, we're just being fucked again. It's actually supposed to be scary. It kind of worked. That might be part of the downside, so you don't know. I really loved all the scares and all the creepy stuff that happened in this book. It really worked. So good. And yeah. And yes, you might be shocked to find out I did love the mantis scene the most out of any part of this book. There was even a quicksand scene, a quick mud scene, where they were sinking in mud. It was awesome. Yeah, the action and shit in this book, all the scenes with the creatures popping up, it was just great. Fucking great. And, yeah, that's gonna do it for this, upside segment. Let's get to the downside. Shouldn't be very long, at least, hopefully. So for the downsides, there might be a few. So, straight off the bat, I've got to say it. I think the ending is kinda... I liked it. Okay, I liked it overall, but I feel like it could have been way better. For such an amazing book. The fact that the kids are robots, which I have known for fucking ages. It was not a surprise to me, even though I haven't read this book in years. Yeah, I didn't like the ending that much, and I feel like that it was not good payoff for my next thing. But, yeah, I think the episode's ending made it a lot better, though. Even though it didn't look and sound all the greatest. The fact that they tried to kill the guy, their dad, perfect. I love that. It was actually really cool. A way better and cooler ending. And dark ending. Yeah, I wish we got a bonus chapter just included, where they just get up and kill their fucking dad. It would have been way cooler. Or attempt to, leave off like, even robots deserve to live. Or some shit like that. So another thing I didn't like about this book was the fact that Chakro, the guy that they were teasing throughout the entire book, never appeared. It was so fucking disappointing. I thought we were about to have him show up, and we didn't. It was just the dad. Like, oh my god, it's Chakro, finally. It's not Chakro, it's just their dad. Like, fuck you guys, come on. Like, where the fuck was Chakro? Anyways, I thought it would have been fucking fantastic if we got to see Chakro since he was teased throughout the book. I wonder if we'll see Chakro. Chakra's the main villain of the Chakra series. Yeah, we just never saw it, which was kind of disappointing. Because he built it up. Like, Stine, were you gonna include it? Is there a deleted chapter? Or was he on time constraint? This was made, actually, this book's gonna be like 28 next month. In September, my birth month, so... Yeah, another thing I didn't think was the greatest about this book was one of the later twists where they were on a a film. They were being filmed for the next Shock Street movie. I found that, like, it makes sense, and then they realized, oh, these guys are robots. The guy's telling them, the fake director, the fake camera crew, all robots. Which just genuinely, it didn't piss me off. I'm like, oh, man, it could have been way cooler. Now, I did like the fact they're robots. It makes more sense, but, like, of all things, like, why this? It just didn't feel right in the book after all the scary things happening. Yeah, it just didn't feel right. Anyways, moving on from the downsides, let's get to the fucking rating. Whee! Now for the rating of this book. The book was overall really fucking good. I liked almost everything about this book. It was very consistent, it had great scares, great characters, monsters even, a great premise for a story, and yeah, it just kept me engaged. It was really interesting. In one of the scarier Goosebump books, there was genuine stakes, and these kids got beaten, fucking badly, I swear. And some of the scenes were genuinely kind of horrifying if they were to happen in real life, of course, usually in Goosebumps. And there were some slight bumps in there, like, oh, I didn't like that scene too much. I felt like, it felt out of place with the fake robot camera directors and yada yada yada. That scene felt kind of out of place. The ending could have been a lot better. Chakro's non-appearance after all the build-up, really pissed me off a little bit. Overall, I'm gonna give this book a 9.5 out of 10, near perfection. I'm usually never gonna give a single book in the original series a 10 out of 10. Maybe this will get a 10 out of 10, depending on when I do my final ranking video of every Goosebumps book ever made. Happening eventually, including individual series rankings. Yeah, this is just one of the greatest books. Definitely going to be up there in the top 10 of all time. Unless something just magically appears, and it's just so much greater than this. So yeah, I thought this was one of the greatest Goosebumps books in the original series, honestly, after reading this. Enough more talking about how good it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. What do you think about this book? Do you like it? Do you hate it? You don't like it or hate it? What do you think about this book? I'd like to hear it. I actually do. I like hearing opinions.
You
Whenever
what?
it's negative, don't suck up to me. Just be flat out honest if you hate the book. And yeah. If you guys enjoyed the video, tell me what you think. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.